Keystone Research Group.
I'm here from Herzenberg. I apologize for that. Okay.
No.
The Keystone Research Center is a nonprofit economic think tank. I have a PhD in economics from MIT. I'm here in part because I had the privilege of helping a little bit with doing the research for the study. And so I want to tell you just a little bit more about how it was done and to underscore a couple of key conclusions and then pass on to Mike. This is the most rigorous and comprehensive study of the Philadelphia restaurant industry that has been done. It uses a rich combination of methods. It uses the available data from government data sets, but it also uses interviews with 30 workers and with 30 managers and 580 surveys with workers in this industry. And then it uses those survey results, it weights them so that the overall estimates they get in the study are valid for the population of this industry as a whole in Philadelphia. And so what it does is document the hidden realities of the restaurant industry, and it delves into the working conditions, labor law violations, picture of opportunity or lack thereof, and so really gives you a full picture of this critical industry. So you've heard a little bit about some of the key findings, so I can go very quickly. This is a big and growing industry. It's contributes to the vitality of the city economy. It accounts for an ever larger share of jobs. In a sense, it's too big to fail to create more middle-class jobs. You've heard already some of the numbers in terms of wages, so I don't need to go over that. Roughly half of the jobs in the industry pay a little less than $10 an hour. Pervasive overtime violations. But one key kernel that's emphasized in ROC's report is that there are some decent jobs. 1 in 20 jobs pay over $25 an hour. I'll come back to that seed at the end of my remarks. You have heard that immigrants and people of color are concentrated in the lowest wage jobs in this industry. The report itself has a lot of detail on that, but that's not been documented before, now it has. The last critical thing that comes through this report and will be amplified by some of the employers you'll hear from in a short while is just because this is a picture of the industry now doesn't mean it has to be the picture of the industry. There are high road employers. There are employers that provide more opportunity, that understand that they will get better service and more customers, that have healthier restaurants for workers and for customers, and that help ensure lower social costs, don't pass on healthcare costs or food stamp costs to the public sector. So the key challenge really is we have to grow the high road portion of this industry. And the end of ROC's report has a series of very common sense recommendations. Of course, those recommendations begin with a series of policy recommendations. But what's unusual and valuable here is that those recommendations are also broken out as recommendations for employers, for consumers, for workers themselves. This report paints a picture of the Philadelphia restaurant industry as it is. It points to a Philadelphia restaurant industry that would be a high road industry, that would treat workers better, that would be better for the region. That kind of future, achieving that kind of future, depends on the support and contribution of everybody in this room. So I credit ROC with putting out a really important grounding report, and I credit everyone here for being willing to come and listen and hopefully be part of creating a different restaurant industry in Philadelphia.